bi-weekly. Done, produced, or occurring every 2 weeks or twice a week.
See, every 2 weeks or twice a week.
It can mean either?
Well, that's what I thought.
Dude, that gets confusing.
Yeah, that's why I felt the need to specify. It says done, produced, or occurring every 2 weeks or twice a week.
That's it can literally be that's like the only word that can be the reciprocal of its own meaning. Like it can be both. Like that's so weird.
Welcome back to the non-bi-weekly podcast, because it's not been 2 weeks.
Hey, I'm the bro host.
And I'm the co-host, and
This is the capital P-O-D cast, the podcast.
And you're gonna talk now.
Yes,
Go.
I'm gonna talk about the first subject I can think of because it's literally right in front of me. Jason's put a sock over the microphone because tell me about your wisdom, Jason. This you said you sold this to us as your ticket to 1 million subscribers.
It's almost like that's a recurring joke that I keep using. Wow, it's crazy. Everybody does this.
Really?
I didn't do it until Cole told me to do it. I know he's not watching this, so I guess I don't have to credit him, but he was like, yeah, your microphone pops a lot. And I was like, yeah, because it's a microphone, and I don't have a pop filter. And he was like, you should just put a sock over your microphone. I was like, yeah, I guess I've never really thought about that. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing people do if they don't have a pop filter, which if you don't know what a pop filter is, it's just a screen, basically. When you say a letter like P, you exhale a lot of wind. And so what the microphone picks up is like when you blow into the microphone and it goes, except for, see, there's loud noise, but not much of the wind actually went through because it makes a barrier.
Well, now I want to know what that sounds like. I can't wait to see this on YouTube.
Basically, a sock will do the same thing. So now I can say all I want, and you're going to hear only the tonal part of that and not the wind from my mouth when I say puh. So, there you go.
Life hack.
Jonathan thinks that's the craziest thing ever.
It just looks funny. But what does look dumb is Jason's been trying to set up a homemade green screen. He put his tripod camera up. He elevated it across a wooden bench.
You're struggling there.
Chairs.
It's on 3
and
chairs.
Shoe boxes.
The tripod is on 3 chairs and
with
then
shoe
boxes to give it elevation.
It's got a large.
Then it has
what
2.
Was that?
Let me say it because you don't know what you're saying. Then you're like struggling so much to identify basic objects.
I can't see them. They're covered up.
Only the one that you're talking about now. You were like 3 chairs. There's on top of the tripod is not a camera, but 2 gift wrap tubes.
That's
cardboard tubes taped together with packaging tape.
With a yardstick shoved in the middle so that it won't just fold in half.
Although that doesn't really help. That was his idea.
Yeah, pretty good idea.
But it doesn't really help.
It helps a little.
It really doesn't. It's still bent pretty big.
And then he tried to drape, with my help, a green blanket over the top.
You're saying try so much, and no part of it doesn't work, except for the fact that there's not good lighting for the blanket.
Well,
and it's not the right color.
I say try because the end result is mild disappointment.
Extreme. Well, not disappointment because I didn't really expect it to work. But at least it's a backdrop at the very least. I mean, it's just all red, but
yeah. But it was originally a green blanket, but it was like a jade green, and it was very pilly, and it's not flat, so it just didn't work. Then for some reason the idea was, you know what, green screen is a thing of the past. Red screen.
Pills don't matter because the webcam is so low quality that it doesn't even have that much definition to see the pills on it.
So now we're sitting behind, imagine if you will, opposite the direction of the laptop. We're just sitting behind a backdrop
really
of a red blanket.
All it is a blanket that absorbs echoes, so it only increases the sound quality. So I don't know what the big idea is. It's only good things.
Only good things. That's the kind of positivity.
Let me. There's definitely a slightly less echo.
This whole podcast has just been a sound test. You've now been informed. And
Because
now
that's how you really like to open your podcast strong, talking about random things that don't have to do with this channel.
Okay, well then here we're gonna get right into something really strong. We're in the path of a hurricane, Hurricane Dorian, which
Is a
normally
hurricane.
those things don't really have much of an effect on North Carolina, but this thing is a beast, and we're in North Carolina, and it's gonna at least like overlap with us. Everyone's buying bread and water.
Rain,
Our sister told us.
wind, rain.
Lightning.
It's really not going to be bad at all for us.
Is there gonna be any lightning near us? Is it gonna be storms, or just rain and wind?
No lightning, Jonathan. No lightning
It's-
at all. Only rain.
Well, like
only
at
rain.
what distance? Like, would we be able to see it, or would we just hear the thunder?
Yeah, there's gonna be storms, definitely.
I like storms. It's also always been my dream to
But we're-
experience firsthand 60-mile-per-hour or greater winds.
It's-
So if that happens, I'm stepping outside
Have
as
you
long
ever
as
been
it's not
on a
enough that
roller
it'll kill me.
coaster?
No, but they gotta be natural winds.
Okay. Well,
No G-forces to
I think
like
the point
off-balance me.
I think the point is that we are not in any danger whatsoever. Florida is. So,
Yeah, and I got friends in Florida.
friends. A loose
Colleagues.
term. A loose term. Colleagues. That's a better word.
There we go. I hope they're okay, like seriously, because this thing is like legendary. Our dad was calling it beautiful. He said, "Look at that! Look at the
This
eye of that
thing's
hurricane.
legendary.
It's beautiful." But it is. I mean, it's record-breaking.
Yeah. And is there anything else you have to say about that?
No, other than no.
Okay. Next review. You're doing all the topics. I forgot to discuss the
All the
topics. So you're doing
topics?
you're introducing all the topics.
What's
'Cause I
that,
don't
man?
I don't know what we're talking about. We forgot to talk
Jeez,
about it.
dude. Well, I wanted
Just
you,
go. Just talk
I wanted
about
you to
something.
look at the
Go.
all the Shovel Knight
They're clicking
news.
away. They're clicking away.
Yacht Club Games.
Why don't you tell it to me then, like you're telling it to the audience?
They did like
Look at the
It was
microphone.
almost like a Nintendo Direct, but I only saw one part of it, and it's the Shovel Knight Dig, and that interested me because it looked cool, but also it's being produced by one of our favorite game producers, or at least one of them. Are you gonna say it in the microphone? You like lean forward? Like
No,
you're
I'm
whispering?
making eye contact with the microphone. To
Nitrome.
be
We
immersed.
used to play their games, and they just made browser games when we were kids all the time. And then they started only making mobile games, and so only Jason played them because I didn't have a phone at the time. And then they started making Nintendo Switch games, and I say
one
that.
to be exact.
Well, yeah, one,
Which
and we haven't played it, but it looks cool. But yeah, I
didn't
really
it also
like their
come out
style.
on PC though? The Bomb Chicken.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch wasn't the only platform.
I think it was just made.
I say that
newly,
just because
so.
that's our platform, and because they both
Our
will be on Switch.
platform. I'm a PC gamer.
Well, you can play Nitrome's games on their website.
Except
Shout
that
out to them.
They're all years old now.
Yeah. Oh, some of them don't work because they use like Flash or whatever.
Flash still works.
Well, what is it? Toxic. Their one game. It crashes when you just use your
it
basic
might be
function.
outdated versions of Flash.
But
that
then
don't-
some people say, because they have comments on the sides of their games, somebody said that if you play it on Firefox, it works. But that was a while ago. I never tried that out. They got a
Flash.
huge library of browser games.
Flash bad. Flash go bye bye.
Why does everyone gotta hate Flash?
Because it's not good. It literally just straight up isn't good.
I was gonna make some joke about Flash, the superhero. It's like, because no one likes DC comic book characters.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Next topic. I don't know much about that one. Can you?
You should
describe
look at
the
it. It
game
looks
at all?
cool. It's kind of like a game that progresses down. Like what is you imagine if you know those sections in the original Shovel Knight where you got the fisticuffs that punch through the sand rocks.
Yeah.
And then remember those sections in Super Mario Bros. 2 or Super Mario USA where you would just like dig down through the sand.
Yes.
If you combined both of those, gave it a Nitrome aesthetic, then it would be Shovel Knight Dig, and it just looks cool. Surprisingly, for what seems like sort of a mundane.
And it's for the Switch.
Yeah, I've heard that it's going to be on the Switch.
But it's like an app game kind of, or is
It
it?
kind of presents itself that way with the title, but it looks like a full-fledged game, just with like sort of a spin-off-y feel.
Okay. So did any talk of price?
I didn't see the price
I didn't see the price. Why'd you say it like so depressed?
because
Ah.
you wanted to see the price, and I let you down.
Probably Is it greater than $0? Not buying it. Boom, done. Settled.
More than $0? It's gotta be.
No! I forgot. Dang it.
Oh, now the sound's gonna clip. Why isn't it waking up?
It is. That you probably just heard a sound blip.
Yeah, we figured out the thing that's making the sound blip. It's whenever the screen falls asleep, the transition between...
The monitor has power saving, so if you aren't active on it, like you don't move the mouse or the keyboard, touch the keyboard, then it will go to sleep to save power. And since we're just talking, I haven't been doing anything with the mouse. And when it goes to sleep, the screen, it creates a little blip in the audio that you might hear. It's pretty small, but it sounds weird. And there's no way to turn it off. There's no way to turn off the power saving mode, so that's not an option.
Oh, really? Because I was just about to say, you said you were going to turn it off, but I guess you never got around to it.
Next topic.
Next topic. Oh, jeez.
Out of topics.
No. Hold on. What else? Well, I was going to talk about, because you didn't hear anything about this apparently, about how people's Twitters got hacked. But it's because of some sort of exploit in AT&T, like SIM cards.
Wait, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but it got these people who are just like, it's almost like they have this, they managed to hack into so many people's Twitter accounts, but they're basically using it just as like a sick prank, and they're just like promoting they're making fun of the people that they hacked into. They hacked into like a bunch of well-known people's Twitters, and then they're linking a Discord.
Great. Leaving the evidence trail right to themselves.
Yeah.
So smart.
But they hacked Shane Dawson, James Charles, and the CEO of Twitter, and made fun of them all.
So James Charles, that's why he posted the booty pic.
Yeah, he had no reason. I almost want to talk about that. There's no reason why he should have posted that. I guess I don't care at the end of the day.
It birthed a meme.
I don't want butt memes.
He's kind of thick, though.
Oh, my goodness, Jason.
What do you mean? Why? Bro, you called him thick? Are you... Don't tell me you're gay!
No, it's absurd.
It's literally a meme. What do you mean?
I haven't seen memes about it, aside from just people reacting to it.
You got a booty. We all do.
That is true. We all do.
We all have a booty. Some are flatter than others.
But the reason I got my attention was because one of the accounts they decided to hack into and make fun of the person of was Etika's Twitter account. They basically made fun of him and his death.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just too far. Like, otherwise it would just be like, prank went too far, now it's prank went really too far. You don't make fun of a, deceased person. That's terrible.
Clout. Discord. Popularity. Fame.
Yeah, these guys, they're just out of it. Delusional people get on my nerves.
How do you know it's not a girl?
It could be. You never know.
You never know. We try to stay non-sexist on this channel.
Non-sexist.
You know what? No, it was a girl. Stupid girl.
That is... No.
No! Please don't tell me you're...
No, don't ruin my
sexist.
Podcast. It really is my podcast now, because Jason didn't even want to do this, and I told him he didn't have to, but, I'm tired of missing the weekly goals we set, especially when we actually have things to talk about. So in case you can't tell, he's not saying anything.
I mean, the last couple times it's been your fault, and I'm definitely saying things. But I've said multiple times it's your channel, and I just feel like you need to take some more initiative on it if this is something that you want to do. Because I'm kind of getting tired of doing all the work for it when I kind of want to focus on my own channel and other things and literally just my life.
Fair enough.
So,
I don't know. Should I just rename the whole channel and put whatever I want on it?
That sounds like a bad idea. You could just make your own channel.
I know.
Since every 5 seconds you're like, what if you let me upload on your channel? Just kidding.
Did I really say that?
Unless.
Oh my goodness.
You literally always say that. It's like,
no, but I do have ideas for content you could make.
You're just trying to leech off my 200 subscribers. No! I get it. I'm famous. I get it.
I don't need your 200 subscribers.
I don't either. Because I actually have 20.
But yeah, I mean, and obviously all this new stuff you're seeing to the podcast, animations, backgrounds, is all me. So this really is starting to become my channel, bro. And I can't handle this kind of pressure. What are you doing? But at least it's getting some good attention. Mostly not from our viewer base, actually. My dad just was showing off the art and animations I made to
That's not the channel attention, though. That's not views.
I know, but it's attention to me. At least I'm being recognized for my artistic endeavors. I'm not like trying to get like attention on me. If anything, I was embarrassed.
No!
Jason, you did it again.
Audio blip.
But I like to make stuff so that people will see it and they'll think it's cool. That's why I make stuff.
Me too. Most people, I don't try to be insulting, but the podcasts aren't something that many people enjoy.
You know
and
what?
It's something that's really specific to you. You have to enjoy the people and their personality. And I haven't talked to many people that really particularly enjoy the podcast. Most people are like, you guys just kind of ramble on.
Shout out to Chip. He apparently likes it.
But, hey, if you do, then you do. But I'm just saying, you have much better creative outlets to pursue that you aren't pursuing.
Well, I was wondering if we would ever bring this up as a topic because I had thought about it.
Like your own YouTube channel. Instead of, you made some joke yesterday, like, what if I uploaded my music on your YouTube channel?
Oh, no, that was literally a joke because we were making fun of your channel name, Jam Lab, and how it sounds like a music thing.
Well, I'm just saying maybe you should detach yourself from me if you want fame or whatever. I don't know what the point I'm trying to make is.
The point I was going to bring up is that since this whole podcast was like it was originated from a spur of the moment thing. I was going to bring up how even from the beginning I said I was never really a fan of podcasts as an idea. I don't hate them, but they're not my favorite type of content, and sometimes they come across as sort of lazy content.
Exactly. So,
but I kind of like doing this because I like doing things with you, and you refuse to do stuff with me otherwise.
You shouldn't make.
That's right. Calling you out.
That's right. The entire summer you never once played a video game with me. Because you're working on some secret project 24/7 that shut down your computer if anybody gets in a mile radius.
Anytime I'm playing games with you, you're like...
You never do anything with me.
Look, no, okay, I admit, I guess I'm kind of doing the same thing. But anytime I'm playing a game with you, you're always like, you could be working on the game you said you were making. And then anytime I'm making the game, you're like, you could be playing a game we already own with me. And then anytime... Yeah,
because you normally do neither. You're doing some artwork or something.
And then anytime you catch me... I have a job making artwork!
No, you have some vague term that you call your animation, some project that you're working on that I don't know about.
I'm working on stuff.
And that is not benefiting you, not work-related, not doing anything for you in any way. So I guess I'm just making fun of that because you keep it such a secret, and I don't know if it'll ever not be a secret, and you spend so much time on it, it sounds like you're wasting your time
Programming
on
and animation take time, dude. It's sad. I wish they didn't. I wish I could just
Everything
pull
takes
the
time.
ideas out of my head
How is
and it
that
would manifest
sad?
Physically. It's sad for you because apparently you
Half of making something is putting the work in.
I know, and I am.
Your sense of fulfillment. Like you actually made this, and you did it, and you completed it.
I'm just saying, man, you gotta pick one side or the other. It's like how you're all like...
You're the one accusing me of not doing stuff with you.
I know I started this. We're both guilty, though. Speaking of both guilty.
This is where the podcast gets uninteresting.
Uninteresting?
Yeah, because we're talking about stuff that nobody cares about, our personal life.
Nah, this is an opinion, so the transition wasn't technically accurate. But I didn't know if we were going to talk about Pro Jared now, dude. It's literally the only topic we got left.
So PC on the channel.
No, but I'm really not picking sides.
On hot coals.
Because I think, honestly, that Jared doesn't think he cheated. Heidi does think he cheated. With the weirdness of their relationship, it's almost impossible to say who's correct, but I don't think either one had bad intentions. And then it's basically, it's really, there's no basis now to assume that Jared did anything illegal in terms of everything he had going on. Sketchy, creepy, yes, but he acknowledged that, apologized for it, and I can't think of any reason why I'd continued with that sort of behavior. Basically, I'm saying I'm glad the cancel is over. But don't go canceling anybody else on any other side either. I think we should just move on And I hope nobody out there is still holding grudges.
He didn't really address the whole Heidi thing at all in the video he made.
Well, that's why I got upset, though.
He just basically covered himself, like, as far as legal allegations go.
Yeah, because that was the important part. That's why some of his, like, that was what made, like, Peanut Butter Gamer, like, stop supporting him and everything. That was, like, a big thing. And then to think it was all based off of basically lies.
But I feel like PBG had to have known. Because he talked about everybody else knowing. And I think that's why he initially supported him. But he was like, I'm going to get canceled if I support him too. Guess we're just going to have to wait for the facts to come out whenever he wants to open up and say whatever he has to say about that. But he didn't talk about Heidi, so I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that.
But yeah,
once again, I think it's just... It's like such a confusing... Whatever their relationship was is confusing.
Yeah, and I think Heidi's just working herself up over nothing now, because she's given her side 1,000 times.
Just let it go.
Yeah, because
say.
After this, the video came out, she was all like, I can't believe Pro Jared's still doing this, but she was like literally just like appended to the end of the whole thing. She really wasn't the focus of the video. And then he also ended it. By the way, he only said her name one time in the entire video.
I counted.
No, because I was waiting for him to say it. He like alluded to the situation, but never straight up said her name.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, and he said not to like attack her or anything, or like fight back against her. He said to be respectful, and I respect that a bunch. I was going to say, and I think I did in a previous podcast, how I respected Heidi's original statement that she kind of hasn't held up to about not wanting to cancel Pro Jared. I don't like canceling anybody. Because like even in the case of somebody deserving being canceled, you canceling them is basically saying, I made fun of you, now you don't exist. You don't get rid of problems by ignoring them. And you don't do anything good by trying to delete someone from existence, especially if they end up not being guilty. This is
Episode 2 of We Don't Like Cancel Culture.
Yes, this is the continuation.
Last one got a lot of views, and it had the tags James Charles and Pro Jared. These have the exact same tags.
Oh my goodness. The sequel.
Oh wait, podcasts don't go viral because of aforementioned reasons.
But another thing, I just because we have nothing left to talk about apparently, is I was gonna talk about how I hate all these people on social media using their go-to insult is calling people clowns.
Oh, don't even get me started. I was literally going to make a video on it.
Really?
I thought about making
So should we not
on it.
talk about it?
No, sure. Go
Okay,
ahead.
because there are so many reasons.
Hold on. Keep going. I need to...
The way people use it, it's almost as if it's a slur. But it's like individualized for a specific person.
You last night, you were looking at your phone like, ew, and it's like...
Yeah, I was looking at all the emojis on my phone, and I was trying to... They weren't organized like they were on my old phone, and there was just so many more of them. And I ran across the clown emoji, and I was like, ew. But I hate it because it's such a lazy way to insult somebody. It is almost like throwing out a slur, but it's individualized. You're calling this specific person a clown.
Here.
Or it can be marginalized to a larger group. You can say, all these people who do this thing, they're all clowns. And then you make fun of them with a meme, and it sugarcoats it. But it's just as hurtful.
On the NRA's official Instagram, they posted some news article. Student suspended after shooting guns at range with mother. A Colorado teen has been told he cannot return to his school at Loveland Pride, that's the school's Instagram, until authorities hold a threat assessment hearing posted about, after he went target shooting with his mother and posted about it on Snapchat. So basically he went recreational shooting with a gun. I don't know what day this was. And the school is threatening to suspend him, or has suspended him already, because he went shooting at a range.
But that's totally legal.
Yeah, so it's dumb. But then look, if you go to at Loveland Pride, the school's Instagram, click on any post. I looked at how
all the comments.
Looked at how far down it goes. It goes down to like here. They have 300 posts on their Instagram, but this first one, for example,
it's just a bunch of
their
flowers.
most recent, which is for Labor Day, 2,859. You already see. That's someone I follow, and they commented gay and liberal school.
Jeez.
Nice.
Well,
he also has an Instagram account where he's like alt-right something. It's really disgusting. I don't like the person that commented that.
Now you're calling people out.
What? I didn't say who it was. It's just a person I follow.
People can find stuff. Nah,
What do you
I'm not
mean?
gonna overblow it.
Nobody know. What? You are so, like, touchy about stuff on this. Like, no, Jason, you said James Charles, but no, Jason, you made a joke.
I'm sorry.
I literally just said there's a guy that
But
commented.
there they are. Is this why you brought it up?
Yes, every
Oh my
single
goodness,
thing,
it's literally a
just
flood of
all
clown
clowns,
emojis.
and you can see people comment 3 at a time, just clown emojis.
I will say, people.
It's just like you can at least have respect when you don't agree with somebody.
yeah, like
I don't
said,
agree with
is
this
such a lazy
either. He went
response.
legally shooting
Yeah, this does nothing.
for recreation. But what is the correct response to him being suspended for doing something totally legal and normal?
I will say this though.
I mean, you're not doing anything. You're just disrespecting yourself. You're just making yourself seem stupid. Is the only cohesive argument you can craft pressing the clown emoji on your keyboard? It's so. Look at this person.
They just spam.
One,
Oh my goodness,
two,
it's the
three,
same person
4,
spamming
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11
posts of
11
multiple
posts
randomly numbers
about
of clown
20
emojis.
clown emojis each.
Jeez, dude. I was going to say this though. In their defense, the littlest defense I can possibly conjure up them as a devil's advocate is there have been cases where like students who planned like school shootings showed stuff like that on their like social media, just as almost like a subtle warning, or people looked back on it as a clue towards it. But it's almost like the violent video games type thing. It's like you can't just assume that somebody who owns guns and uses them for legal purposes is going to suddenly stop using them for legal purposes and shoot up a school.
Well, that's slowly becoming the world we live in. You can't.
You're not allowed to have the tools required to do a bad thing.
Hey, here's something we can talk about. I just got a comment on my latest video that says, "Dude, how do you only have 201 subs? You are funny."
Oh, are we gonna shout out
3 minutes
the
ago.
200th?
Thanks, LITM X Magic Wolfie X Japanese smiley face character. Sorry, there was another blip in there because I forgot to touch the mouse again. Shout out to you. He commented on my video and said, "Dude, how do you only have..." I just read it, but I'm going to read it again because I don't even think you were paying attention. "Dude,
I am.
how do you only have 201 subs? You are funny!" Exclamation mark.
What I was going to
That's
say
right.
though wasn't
I'm on the breaking point.
Was
We're
that-
about to hit 1 million.
just overnight.
Ha. That was the...
Can you count to 1 million?
Huh.
198, 199,
Yeah.
200, 201, 1 million.
Let me do a Mr. Beast. Make a video about counting to 1 million, and then I'll get 1 million.
Oh, dude.
He did 100,000, and it took him 20 hours.
I forgot that he does those.
He used to.
And then, I thought he still did.
No.
And then they go to
now
charity.
now he does normal things that aren't as attention grabbing.
But I was going to say,
desperately
that's like his
attention-grabbing.
whole channel, though, is attention grab.
Well, now it's more about money, giving away stuff, and the
Yeah.
whole, like, attention
Out
grab.
of context, that sounds like terrible. It's all about money.
Well, it is, and that's I kind of have mixed opinions on him because I know he like claims that he gives away all his stuff, but you can see all of his friends and him. They wear like Gucci stuff. He obviously lives very in luxury.
He's allowed to.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he deserves it. He's done a lot of work. He's been on the platform almost as long as PewDiePie has, and so he's definitely done a lot of work. It just seems sometimes that it's all about. It's not about. He gets put on a pedestal for the whole sharing money thing, when it seems like he's doing it not because he wants to be generous, but because it obviously makes him more money and gets him views, and he's profiting on that. He's basically profiting on giving stuff away, which makes it not really giving stuff away, because it's not about how much money you give to somebody, it's about how much it's worth, realistically, how much it means to you, how much it damages you by giving it to them, if that makes sense. Like, if I give you my kidney, that's a pretty big present because I'm going to live without a kidney for the rest of my life. Whereas, if I was some creature with 20 kidneys, and I only need one to survive, giving away one kidney isn't that extreme.
Nice analogy, bro.
It was very spur of the moment.
Man of 1,000 kidneys.
I'm sorry if you only have one kidney. I mean, you can still...
Imagine having more kidneys than subscribers. But ha.
What do you mean? I'm at 1 million.
But what I was gonna say.
What if I hid my sub count? Do you think that would increase or decrease? I've thought about this a lot.
I feel like
Because Cole the other day, he said, your videos aren't bad, it's just so unentertaining because you don't have enough subscribers. That's what he said.
That's such a
And
like.
The way he phrased it doesn't
Ignorant
make
statement.
sense, but it almost makes sense what he's saying. Like, I don't have a community, so it's like my channel is so empty. There's no interaction because I don't have enough community.
Your
Even if my
earbud
videos
cables
are
have
good.
tied themselves into a noose down here, hanging off the
Thanks
table.
for talking about the relevant topic. What do you think?
Do
Do you think what I'm saying is true? Oh, don't have any thoughts. Okay, what are your thoughts on Mr. Beast then?
I don't. I used
Out
to
of
dislike
ideas.
him.
His brain is
I used
empty.
to dislike him for something that I feel like not enough people have brought up, which is that his old videos, if what you're saying is true about his newer videos not doing that as much, like
Racist.
so
Homophobic.
racist, wasteful. He would do the whole thing
Oh.
was it was like he would be like bathing in like a hot tub full of cereal and milk. And then, it's just, you can't use it anymore. The guys straight up said because they stayed in there for like 2 days that they like peed in there. And it's just like, you
I
waste
remember
all
them
that
talking
food.
about how they peed in there, and that was
Food,
so disgusting.
materials, all that kind of stuff. I can't stand wastefulness.
Oh, yeah, well, a lot of people are the same way. Like, with Rhett and Link, a lot of the things I've thought about, they do.
But they
online.
did, when they went in a giant cereal, they
yeah.
gave it to a hog farm.
Yeah. Was that the cereal?
I think so.
Well, 10 Feet Tall with Mike and Alex, they did something with a ton of baked beans. They gave that to a hog farm.
That's just the go-to.
I don't know if it's the cereal.
They should just do that.
Well, I mean, don't want food.
I don't think you should feed hogs human pee.
Don't
but-
want food? Pig can eat it.
Yeah. Pigs will eat anything.
But no, yeah, the cereals literally become toxic waste at that point, so.
But what I was going to say 10 years ago was, are we going to give a shout out to our maybe 200th subscriber at some point? The only
No.
person we actually know?
She's not the 200th.
Okay. I kind of thought it'd be cool if we could
Guess
shout.
what? There's a random person that we know that may or may not have been, well, was not, but Jonathan likes to regard to her as our 200th subscriber.
It'd be cool to give a shout out.
She probably doesn't. She definitely doesn't watch the podcast.
I know.
Kristen said that.
Probably for the best.
Shout
not
out to you,
entertaining.
200 subscriber. Oh wait, we're at 199, so there isn't one.
No, now we're at
Point
201.
Disproven. Let me pull it up right now. Guarantee it's not.
Dude, it fluctuates so much. Why?
Well, it's not even accurate on the phone. I should really pull it up on the computer, but oh, it does say 201 now,
Oh!
and that's updated. That's actually the first time it said 201. That's the farthest we've been.
You're past 200.
Yeah, I'm at 1,000,000.
Yep. Oh.
So,
I'm just gonna go, every time you used to make that joke.
so Jonathan has no opinion on hiding my sub count. No opinion on whether or not.
No, you cut me off before I could give my opinion.
You
on
were
it.
just like,
You wouldn't. Nah. It's so funny because we started this and you said
Because-
you had nothing to say, and now you're cutting me off all the time.
there's like a gap this big. I'm trying to fill empty space and have it not be
Okay.
boring.
Well, thank you for the filling.
YouTube's algorithm works based on watch time, and every time there's a blank gap, somebody's like, "Yeah, this is getting boring.
Dude,
this is
for some reason-
this is a good space to just leave the video," and they click away,
For some reason,
and that's how your videos don't get recommended.
I didn't know where you were going with that, and I was thinking like YouTube's algorithm can like sense lulls, and it's like it scans through the audio part of the file, finds a dead space,
No,
and it's
that's
like we
why
will not promote this.
You edit those out. That's why a podcast you don't,
Yeah.
which is why I'm trying my hardest to fill all the space.
I get annoyed by those people who do jump cuts every 5 seconds.
So when I ask you something, and that's what you did when you were editing my video, and I said it was too much.
I did that because that's what I thought you wanted.
No, why would you do something that you don't like?
But it depends on the type of video.
And I
if
told
it's just
you to.
you talking in person, then the jump cuts bother me. Otherwise, not so much.
Well, anyways, I asked you a question and you just sit there for 20 seconds. So after like 10 seconds, I'm just gonna like make fun of you for not thinking of anything to say or something. I have to fill the space. So say what you're gonna say, but don't wait 20 seconds first. And if you do, fill the space by going blah, 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 or something.
I'll break out a sick beat.
Well, that's hurting my ears, so I'm assuming it's gonna hurt theirs.
Sorry
just
about
say,
your
Just
ears.
say the.
I was going to say the hiding your sub count thing. That's definitely a matter of like maybe when you have few subscribers, like in the sense that you have few people actually like following you because obviously they can't see the subscribers. That might give you a boost, but when you have a bunch, maybe it'll like slow it down. That or
Yeah.
vice versa. It's definitely
Obviously.
dependent on the actual number of people following you.
Like, why would PewDiePie hide his subs? That wasn't my point. I'm saying me specifically.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
asking if it's a good idea in general, because clearly it's not at a certain point. But I'm saying, since I don't have a lot, and people are like, this guy has no community, no comments, no nothing, no interaction, should I subscribe or not? Because how do I know if this guy is ever going to grow bigger? That's kind of the mentality, I think, when people see a new channel. But then that's also not going to change the fact that there aren't a lot of comments on my videos.
But
So-
then what I was going to say is I brought that up because I don't know if the optimal point to do the hide your sub count is when it's high level following or low level following. You've made your argument for why it would be
Low
better
level.
to do it low level, but I've always thought if you really see someone and you like their content, you see they barely have any subscribers, you're like, they deserve more. Otherwise, you might just be like, oh, this guy's doing good. It's nice to see another good YouTuber, and then you just pass on. That's what I feel like, if anything, I do.
I don't pity sub. I don't do that.
I don't pity sub, but I will be like, I mean,
No.
they should have subs.
Me subscribing to somebody never has to do with their amount of subscribers, I would say. So
Have you ever just felt like someone's so popular that you almost don't need to subscribe to them because they're just going to pop up and be relevant anyways? That's almost more like what I'm talking about.
no, that's you because you literally don't subscribe to people.
I'm subscribed to 4 people, okay?
You literally don't subscribe to people. So I don't even know why you're talking about this. You're completely irrelevant because you
Good point.
religiously
Hide the sub count, it is.
you religiously don't subscribe to people because why? Literally, we don't know. It's
Because I don't know how
it's
subscriptions
some weird
work.
like fragmented or what's the word, artifact of your OCD or something. One of the weird rituals that you have where you feel like you
Okay.
can't
No
subscribe
need to
channels.
broast me into the great
I
beyond.
am. Well, there's other things that you do that are like that are really annoying.
Is this going to become the make fun of the bro host
I don't
episode?
want to, but there's things that you do that you are just so abnormal that it bothers me. It's like, why do you have to try so hard to be different?
I'm pretty sure I'm not trying to be.
Why would you?
Most people just are.
Why would you actively not subscribe, which is the main function of YouTube, other than watching videos? Like,
I
what
told you
motivates
because
you?
if I were subscribed to people, there's definite subscribe and then there's definite not subscribe. But then there's that whole area in between. It's like I could subscribe. I mean, I like this one video by the guy, but I don't know if I would care about any of his videos in the future. But then again, he did this other video he could be promising. There's this whole gray area. And it's like, either I don't subscribe to anybody or I do subscribe to anybody because I don't know where to set the bar. So I feel like if I started subscribing to people, I would subscribe to like tens of thousands and then it wouldn't even matter because they're just like divvying it out anyways.
Your subscriptions are like literally methodical. One is Nintendo, which is I've almost decided to unsubscribe from them because
Just because constant game trailers.
there's no point. It's just random indie games that are releasing on the Switch that I don't care about.
If they do a Nintendo Direct though,
So-
I'm hoping that lets me see it.
that
sooner.
makes no sense.
Although I usually hear about
Then
it from Game
my
Explain.
channel, which I'm pretty convinced that you wouldn't even subscribe to if it wasn't for me forcing you to, back when I had like 10 subscribers.
Oh yeah, the rest you all forced me to subscribe to.
And then The Incredible Paco, which I forced you to subscribe to.
Super Mario Maker player, I love that guy.
And then probably some musician or something.
No, I'm
no,
not
the
subscribed to-
podcast channel.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't, okay. I thought the other one was actually based on your own free will, but I was gravely mistaken.
Oh man, this is just insulting me. Go ahead, call me a clown so I can jump back to that.
I have about, like...
But I was gonna say, dude,
I literally have like 1,000 subscriptions. A lot of them are old. To be honest, I should clean through some of them.
so
But
you
it doesn't
you
matter.
are living my nightmare
It's
of having so
it's
many
recommending me
subscriptions.
the things that I want because I'm
Really?
subscribed to them.
I don't trust the algorithm.
I don't trust.
How could they keep
I don't
me up
trust
to
an
date?
algorithm that's been
I feel like
functioning for 15 years. I don't trust the algorithm.
I feel like I could manually.
People literally
I
make-
could manually keep up with 1,000 people better than an algorithm could.
No. Every once a month, you're like, let me type in this random guy that I used to watch. Wonder if he's made a video. Oh, he's made 10 videos because it's been a year since I last typed in
I
his
actually
name.
just caught up with somebody, or I went to check on somebody that I would have been subscribed to because I was like, I have not seen any videos by them, but I love their videos.
See, when
and
you
they
say-
and they
when you
gave
say-
an update video saying they might start doing weekly uploads, and then
When
they've
you say-
never uploaded since.
When you say would be
It's sad.
subscribed to, you're acknowledging the fact that you have the mental urge and basic comprehension of what subscriptions
Well, no,
are.
I'm really just being hypothetical.
Those people that once a month you decide to type in their name and stalk their channel for new uploads and then binge watch them for like 2 hours, that's called you subscribe to those channels and then you watch their videos regularly and when they come out and when they're relevant.
Maybe part of it is also I don't necessarily want YouTube all up in my face because you already seem to think that I waste a ton of time on it. And if they're constantly putting out stuff... Because every time I do check these channels, I feel like I need to watch their newest 10 videos, especially if they're a YouTuber I really like. But that feels like such a waste by the time I'm done. And I really have been trying not to like waste my life away only watching YouTube videos like you seem to think, or you used to seem to think that I did.
I don't see how that helps at all. If anything, you'd be more satisfied. Click on a video that's actually entertaining, and then you can say, okay, I'm done now. That was funny.
Fair enough. I'm going to go subscribe to 1,000 people right now. Next, I was going to wrap up.
I will give you $10 if by tomorrow I see a single subscription in your box. Well, you're leaving, so I won't see it anyways, but... By next week, I'll give you $10.
Oh yeah, I'm here. This is Monday, and I'm here because it's Labor Day. So to all of you people with jobs out there, congratulations.
Thanks for laboring.
Yeah, man. Jason can't even be bothered to put the labor of keeping the computer screen awake. Now there's another audio blip.
I just forget to do it.
But I was gonna go back to the clown thing, and I was going to say, do you realize how bad of a rep clowns have? First, it was like the It and all of those things is like created this whole like clown phobia, and everybody like thinks of clowns as creepy before they think of them as entertainers, which is their actual purpose. And now clowns are just a joke, like not a good joke that makes people happy, but like an insult. And I feel bad because there are still clowns out there.
No, they treat clowns like. I guess how they deserve to be treated. Like, there's the old joke of clown school. Like you're such a failure at life that you just become a clown because you can't get a better job.
Dude, have some respect for clowns. They just want to make people happy. You know what? You're part of the problem. This is in ascending order. It's
like saying respect plumbers. They just want to fix your toilet.
Yes, exactly.
No, because that statement doesn't make sense.
I know.
They went to
but
trade
is there anything
school
wrong
to
with
be
that?
a plumber because they couldn't get a better job because they dropped out of high school.
But the world needs plumbers.
And then they walk into your house with their dirty shoes, accidentally start a fire, and have their butt crack showing the whole time. Most plumbers are not the greatest people.
Listen.
Most clowns are probably funny, but not the most educated people.
This
is you trying to disprove stereotypes that exist. If I hate anything in the world, it's people that try to say that stereotypes straight up don't exist. And clowns have a stereotype, and you got to embrace it.
Wait.
Yes.
You're saying that we should just embrace all stereotypes? Do you realize there's some terrible stereotypes out there?
Why? Okay, first of all, don't talk like that. That's really high pitched and loud. Second of all, I didn't say that. I said people that say that stereotypes straight up don't exist. Like stereotypes shouldn't exist ever, basically.
Well, yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
I mean, it's basically nobody's gonna walk up to somebody that's a clown and be like, "Ha, you're literally dirt. You're basically not human. You're like subhuman filth." But we're using that stereotype as a means of modern communication. It's giving us a symbolic meaning to something. And in this case, it's the clown. And whether that's good or not, it's still a thing that exists. So, that's my TED Talk, my dudes.
All I'm saying is in order of ascending oppression, we have minorities,
speaking of
plumbers, gamers,
white girls,
and then clowns.
Speaking of white girls, that's a stereotype, and that's a
I thought you were saying white girls are oppressed.
That's a really popular meme lately, the whole Visco girl, the hydro flask, scrunchies, anti-oop, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's a stereotype, and it's a meme, and of course it's not true for a lot of people, but there are people...
And it is insulting, which is oppression.
There are people that literally fit the bill completely to what that meme is. And that's why it exists, and that's why it's funny, and we can accept it as a thing that does exist, but doesn't mean that we walk up to a white female and say, huh, you must have a Visco, right? I mean, that's like those...
I don't know what that is.
You're like the 10th person that says that. Visco is literally just like Instagram, but for white girls. It's like
Wow.
you don't know anything about Instagram, so I can't even make an analogy because you.
It's for pictures and videos.
No, you don't know about like Instagram culture. I mean, you don't know anything about social media cultures because you refuse to have them because
Well, I can't
they might
say
steal your
I
information.
can't. No, I can't. No, that's not the real reason. It's just that I don't like social media mentality.
Well, that's a bad stereotype too. I think social media is great.
It's not
when
a
used
stereotype.
correctly.
I'm basing it off of my own.
Social media is pretty great when used correctly and used. But yeah, there's a lot of bad things
But
about
like,
it.
what
but
do you gain from social media that you can't get from somewhere else?
mostly communication with friends, I'd say. Connection with.
There's
other
the
people.
thing. I don't have friends. So what is my motivation?
You literally just opened the episode by talking about your friends in Florida.
They're colleagues. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, every time I say you don't have friends, you say
I've
that
got
you do
friends out there. They just won't talk to me.
because you don't have social media, and you can't connect with them.
What would I say on social media?
What do you mean? That's
Or
not
post
See,
or do?
you're so lost. You don't understand how it works. The poor child. Okay.
I'm poor.
There's-
Social media is like
Okay, there's
not bad inherently.
there's communication based social media like Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and then there's post based social media like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc. So post-based Instagram is something that some people, they just have it and they're inactive as far as they don't post, but they still use it for their communication features and other stuff like with Instagram, browsing features, seeing other stuff like memes chiefly.
like memes.
Twitter, same thing. You follow people, you get retweets. Some people don't post on Instagram. I myself don't tweet very often, mostly because I refer to myself as a YouTube account, but nobody really follows me on Twitter, so I don't feel like I just don't tweet. So there's like inactive kind of thing. Like, so you don't have to post stuff on Instagram or whatever. You can just be on Instagram. People will tag, like for example, there's a picture of you in 2 of my Instagram posts now.
Really?
I could tag you, but you don't have an Instagram. So it's just kind of connecting in general. You follow people, you keep up to date with them based off of what they post, and then you can choose to
How do I
post.
get on your Instagram?
What do you mean? Literally, we took a picture together at Pennsylvania. That's the one. And then the other one is just just Friday when Drayden took that picture of me, you, and Michael.
Oh,
Anyways, so you don't have to be active on the social media, but it still helps you connect. And also just with news relevant. I've thought about this long and hard. I'm like, literally, how do you, Jonathan, how do you like get any news whatsoever? You're always talking about like
Memes.
the latest stuff, and it's like, where do you even get this? All you have is YouTube. Like, what?
Yeah, YouTube covers some stuff. Oh,
In
dude,
video
I was actually
format
going
only.
to say.
I see the source on Instagram, Twitter, wherever it's from.
I forgot.
You just see
Part of
secondhand
the reason
news
I wanted
about
to
it.
talk
And I
about.
feel like you're getting incomplete news then, because you're just seeing some random YouTuber talk about something, whereas I can actually witness the thing happening in its original form on its original platform. Like if somebody makes a tweet, like the James Charles tweet, I liked and retweeted his original tweet on Twitter. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
I registered right when you said no.
I was about to say you had no reaction. I was just gonna.
I was thinking
immediately
of my own thing, and then it hit me, and I was like, dude, wait, what? And then you were like, but no.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't even know how you heard about the James Charles thing. I told you the first part, but you told me the second part about Twitter getting hacked. I don't understand how you get your news, but it must be through a very convoluted method of
Yeah, it's pretty convoluted.
pretty much getting lucky, I guess. You just hope to hear it around. So, that's connection with personal friends and people, and connection with the internet and modern culture and news, in all various forms of news, world news, internet news, etc. Those are the reasons for having social media. And then there's bad things that come along with that. But yeah.
I feel like Twitter is just the social media account for ruining your life in an entertaining way. That anytime somebody gets fired for something they said, it's always on Twitter from like 12 years ago. It's like, if I post a single thing on Twitter, I bet I'll never get a job. Okay, that is total superstition. Disclaimer.
I don't agree with the people that do that, though. That's called dig something up from 10 years ago cancel culture.
Yeah, that's just as bad.
What? You said the word gay 10 years ago when gay was meant you're racist? You're gone now.
Wait, what's that? You've changed? No, don't change. That means I can't hate you anymore. Go back to being racist so I
Yeah.
can be mad.
People don't believe in change. It's kind of doesn't make sense. The same people that accuse people of being incapable of changing have probably changed a lot in their life to get to the point where they're saying that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not something you're born saying.
Anyways.
Anyways, I was going to say if I did have a social media, it would be a post-based thing. But I don't want anything I post to be about me. So it wouldn't be like Instagram where you're sending pics of your life or sometimes even just straight up you doing things. That's why if anything I would get like a YouTube and I would make entertaining videos. The only other thing
That's about you. What do you mean?
Well, no, it wouldn't be about me. I would make things that would just be entertaining on their own regardless of who they came from.
Like, you mean animation.
Yeah, or like
Because
just
you-
videos about topics, but I'm not the center of attention. And I don't necessarily need to be the one delivering them either.
Swear you hire somebody to narrate it? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying I would obviously be the one who makes them, and if it was that type of video, I would be the one who narrates them, as you said. But I wouldn't need to be for it to still be a good video because that's not the point. It's not about me. I just wanted to put something entertaining or interesting out there.
I don't think anybody's video, except for no, I really can't think of a single person whose videos revolve around themselves other than vloggers.
No, that's why I'm saying the videos. That's why I'm saying I would want to be a YouTuber because from what I can tell on Instagram, a lot of people do just like Instagram their whole lives. That's where the memes of like the people are like, oh, I'm at a restaurant, I got this cool meal, but let me post a picture of it first. That's like Instagram.
I like to post pictures of like the mountain when we went hiking, and when I went to Uwharrie National Forest. I posted those pictures.
But did you post that because you heard about it and thought it was interesting, or did you post that because you were there and it was interesting?
I posted because it looks pretty, the natural landscape, and other people might also think that it looks pretty and enjoy the photo. It's called photography, actually, and it has nothing to do with me.
I don't know. I guess for one,
I know you wouldn't post your face in pictures because you have something about your face. Face reveal, never. Face reveal at 1 million, 10 million subscribers.
I just hate
the way I look. Is that what
Sort
you were
of.
gonna say?
Sort of. It's complicated.
There are changes you can make to that.
Yeah,
Well,
and I
like-
doubt they'll change how you think of me.
Haircut, different hairstyle,
The one thing I was gonna say
cut
that
your hair,
I wanted to bring this up
cut your
because
hair, shave your beard.
oh yeah, is my hair long enough that I should put it back in the
Shave-
intros and stuff?
Shave your facial hair, cut your hair, wear different clothing, be less socially awkward, have more confidence.
I've done half of those things.
Pluck your unibrow.
What?
You have a little bit of unibrow. You have some in between hairs, definitely.
I do everything I can, man, and you're just.
Pluck those.
I know I look like a caveman. That's why I'm never showing my face.
Then cut your hair. Literally, the only thing I can think that defines a caveman is the fact that they don't have tools to cut their hair. That's literally it.
No, they've got giant foreheads and dumb expressions on their face, which is me.
Your like complexion, I guess is the word, or your facial structure isn't even bad. I think the main things are, your eyebrows are not the best, so that's something you could change. Your hair is disgusting, so that's something you could change, and your facial hair is disgusting, so that's something you could change.
So basically, chop it off at the neck.
No, cut your hair is the moral of the story. Look, if you look at infantile me from like 6... Dang it!
I'll sleep again.
If you look at me, infantile me from like 6th grade...
I didn't even have hair wax. I didn't have any Gucci swag, no Adidas, no Nike.
And me now...
But now I spent the money on the swag and I'm dope.
What's the one difference between me then and me now? The hair. The hair goes up. And specifically, it looks good. Because even when I started doing my hair up in 7th and 8th grade, I was using, like, the gross gel, and I looked like, it was disgusting. I don't like myself 2 years ago.
I don't hate any of my past selves.
But, so...
I can say that about
Also,
myself.
my face, stopped being, like, 50% cheeks, and, like...
Well, you couldn't have done anything about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My face shape changed as, I underwent growth throughout my life. But then, other than that, the only thing I really changed is the clothes I wear and my hair. I'm just saying change your hair. That's all I'm trying to convince you to do right now.
I always do, and it's never enough.
You always do. The last time you have is like 5 years ago.
Wait, what do you mean change it? The length or the style?
The style. And, mostly the style. I guess the length is
My
fine
hair
if you do something
parts a
differently.
certain way. I've got a double cowlick. It's...
My hair parts to the right. I can't do anything with my hair now.
I'm not... Is it wrong to not feel like... I mean, the majority of people don't put product in their hair, do they? That is not a majority thing.
I've already told you this. I think the majority of men and female... No, probably men put more product in their hair than females, I'd say.
Well, yeah, in their hair. Females probably use more beauty products in general.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't want to
would-
live in a world where
Definitely the majority
I
of
have to
men use...
put on a mask to be acceptable,
It's,
metaphorically speaking.
Why do we even
I
wear...
mean, being
why
clean
do we
is
even
fine.
wear
I
clothes,
shower. I wash my hair. I do all of that. But, like,
That was-
if it's just how I look without any artificial
man? Got a little bit loud
supplement.
there.
If it's just how I look without any artificial
A little bit
supplement,
loud.
I'm not that loud.
You were before.
Then why is it so bad?
Why do we even wear clothes, to be honest?
You
We're masking ourselves.
okay? Look,
I'm
there
just
are
saying...
ways to naturally cover yourself, and there are logical reasons why we cover ourselves. And also, we're not having this topic.
Literally
The clothes are just a convenience as the form we have them now.
Literally everything is natural. The wax is literally so natural. I don't even...
But is there any natural
literally
reason
wax.
why we would have an inclination to put it in our hair? Now we're changing topics because I don't want to get into this.
Why do we brush our hair? Brush our teeth? Why do we brush our teeth? Put on clothes?
I actually have a theory that if we
Why do
didn't
we
brush
take
our teeth
showers?
as often as people tell us we should, that they wouldn't be as vulnerable to stuff like cavities. Because, like, you don't even, like... I feel like it's such a
Listen.
biological flaw that people have such weak teeth compared to, say, animals.
Listen. Here's how things work. Women are attracted to men. Unless
Jason.
if they're straight. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't make that generalization. Okay, say there's a female bird. The male bird does a dance to attract the female bird and win her over as a mate. If you want to have a girlfriend, get married, reproduce, etc., it's all...
Good to know hair wax is built into our DNA to the point where it literally grows into our genes.
It's
and our
all
system.
about... It's literally natural selection, essentially. It's about you being the best person
No,
you can
seriously,
be.
that's not learned behavior.
And it's not all about appearance. It's also probably more about
You
personality.
know about hair wax if someone.
You have to have a good personality, or else why would any girl want you? But appearance is also something, and especially on the surface, when somebody first sees you, your appearance can mean a lot as a first impression to whether or not somebody is interested in you.
I'm not looking for a girl. I'm looking for someone who loves me for who I am, and unfortunately, I haven't found that.
Well, I'm telling you that sometimes...
I have found someone who tolerates me for who I am twice a week, and that's Jason.
Here's the thing. You don't make any... You have to have some point of entry. If your point of entry isn't going to be your appearance, you're not going to get somebody to be like, wow, that guy looks good. Then at least let your point of entry be that you're like sociable and have a good personality. You have neither. You don't really talk to people a lot. You got to put yourself out there somehow, Jonathan.
We had a conversation yesterday about how I don't talk to people because you guys never pay attention to me when I talk, so I automatically think no one else does. But we're not getting into that. Oh, the final sigh of the podcast, hopefully.
Your ears are broken. You can thank Jonathan for that loud scream. And also the... No, I'm not even gonna say it.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what you're gonna say.
You said we're not getting into that. It's always the inhale after you say something.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to let off some pressure here
no.
because you are, like, stressing me a bit, dude.
Well, finally we're talking about something, like, actually,
at the 1 hour mark.
Socially questioning, makes you think. What's the word? Compelling? Thought-provoking? Thought-provoking. We're talking about something thought-provoking and interesting. sad thing is that nobody's stayed with us to listen to it.
Maybe
Except
we
for
should-
you. You did.
Hey, dude, what's up? How's it going?
You did it. Thank you, dude.
I'm sorry about your ears.
Yeah. You have an issue with that. Anyways, we can end it any day now.
I was
Since
just
you don't
going to
want
say
since you don't want me to talk about
something that
how
only-
natural selection.
No, I was
occurs.
going to say the reason I wanted to bring up Pro Jared, because it's mostly settled now, is something interesting I found out. I didn't think Pro Jared's video about his side was going to like. I definitely didn't think it was going to get onto trending.
It did?
No.
Yeah,
Let me
I was
finish.
about to say. Then YouTube's
It
not
didn't
gonna
get onto
promote
trending, but somebody who covered it got it onto trending. Essentially, they
Okay.
got their story, and that was Philip DeFranco, who does his little like
That.
news
That makes
channel
sense
thing.
because he's politically correct.
He got it onto trending. But no, that's the thing. Politically incorrect and unbiased. That's what he's known for. But, Pro Jared called him out in his video for not ever trying to get his side of the story.
Yeah.
He commented on his video talking about his side of the story, saying, "You're not going to bring up at all how you never contacted me?" Philip DeFranco deleted his comment and refused to address it,
Interesting. Well,
which is not a good move in my
that and
book.
his title seemed like pretty attention grab. I don't know. His title, like, you've been lied to, and him commenting that. You're saying
Well-
he commented on the video saying you're not going to talk about whatever. It seems kind of bold.
Well,
I
it's
think
the
he
only thing I've heard from him outside of the video is that comment.
I don't know. I'm ready to watch more D&D from him if that ever happens.
Yeah, I didn't know he had that, dice camera action. I didn't know that existed until this all happened. But I liked his videos where he talked about Dungeons & Dragons, so I'd probably enjoy watching that.
Shut up. You don't subscribe to him.
What?
I subscribe to him.
Dude,
Which I
This is
never had been, but because he went from 700K, he might be back to 900K now.
he was at 89K, so he might be, yeah.
89K.
Definitely not.
You mean 890?
8.9. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Wait, did I say that right?
when he first released it, he was still, at 720 or
But
whatever he dropped
it's
down to.
sad because he was at 1 million, which is a huge milestone.
Yeah, he's at 870. He's not even close to what you said.
What? I thought it was 8.9.
Well, he's almost back at 900,000, which is pretty impressive. And I don't think everybody's going to resubscribe, but I subscribe just to...
But, you
help
probably
that
didn't know
movement.
this
That's
too,
pretty
though.
cool.
You probably didn't know this. His birthday was the day after he uploaded the video.
I didn't. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
if
And
that's relevant.
some people, not Heidi, but somebody who was trying to support Heidi was saying that Pro Jared dropped this video right after Heidi got back from some convention, so she wouldn't be prepared to make a rebuttal. I don't think that's the case. She's probably always got something going. I don't know. I think it's more likely that he wanted to get this off his chest before his birthday. I think that's a more important date to him. Again, I'm not picking sides here. I'm just saying I don't think that's a good argument either way. Now. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's weird though, because back in the day before there was any controversy regarding
Why didn't you
anybody,
talk about this earlier?
because you
just
changed
continue.
somehow
I'm just trying to wrap it up.
somehow the subject changed. Back in the day before there was any controversy regarding anybody.
Don't talk to me. Talk to the
I
microphone.
was always-
You keep looking at me. You're not talking to me.
I had told you how I was a fan of Pro Jared, and you said he never seemed interesting to you. And then you said the only reason you knew him was because of his fake rivalry with Peanut Butter Gamer. And now you're subscribed to him, and I'm not because I'm not subscribed to anybody. But yeah, I was, and I guess still am. He hasn't made any more videos since this thing happened, but a fan of his videos. I think he's a legitimately entertaining YouTuber. Have you watched any of his videos since you subscribed?
When it happened, I watched a couple of his old videos.
I can actually recommend a few specific videos.
You keep touching your hair and looking straight down, putting your hand over your face and looking at me. You need to talk more into the microphone because it's pointed towards you.
Normally, I'm antisocial and don't want to look at people. Well, I don't like making eye contact, but I like to look.
That's a big one. You're never gonna have friends or anything if you don't make eye contact.
I don't like making eye contact.
Is huge.
I like making person contact. I don't want to look at your eyes, but I want to look at you.
Hey.
I want to. Well, yeah, not physical person contact. I want to look at your person somewhere. It can be like your head, your hat. Look at the Adidas logo on it.
Don't do that with women, Jonathan.
Well, I mean, I will look at only certain places.
I want to look at your body.
I will look at certain places in a respectable manner. I respect women. But no,
Where would you look at their shoulder and their
yeah, but
arms?
it's not entertaining talking to the camera, especially since I was bringing up a point
No,
specifically
you know what's
about
funny?
you.
What's trippy is if when you think too hard about making eye contact with somebody, you start being like, wait, where do I look at on their face? You like start switching between the eyes, the nose, the...
I can sort of convince myself that I'm looking at both eyes at once, even if mentally I'm not technically.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the time after I first made this podcast background.
I love eye contact. I want to talk more about eye
I
contact.
kept looking in Jason's eyes, and I kept being like, I
Hour and
drew
a half
those eyes.
special.
I kept looking in his eyes, and I would be like, I drew those eyes, and I got the eye color pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's literally just two spheres, but yeah, good job.
No, not spheres. I drew them with realistic eyelid shape.
Eye contact.
Well, semi-realistic.
Eye contact.
It's cartoonish.
Eye contact is great. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it is. Are we gonna end the podcast on that note?
It's like pheromones. Like you can just communicate.
What is everything is pheromones with you? When was the last time we brought this up?
Maybe a year
you're
ago.
Saying
what are you
now
talking
there
about?
are visual pheromones. You can see pheromones.
No,
People shoot pheromone lasers out of their
Eye
eyes.
contact gives about as much communication as pheromones do.
Oh, you're saying it's comparable, not
Well,
involved.
like facial
in...
expression and body language, and pheromones.
Stop looking at me, Jason. Look at the microphone.
There, okay.
I caught you.
Because I'm thinking about making eye contact.
Yeah, now we're really. It's on our
literally-
minds.
I literally don't look at you the entire podcast. I don't know if you've noticed that. Because I'm in gamer mode, recording
Gamer
mode.
mode.
Anyways, or if I do, I still keep my mouth pointed towards the microphone.
I had to get you in gamer mode. We had to play Smash Bros. A few rounds before we started recording.
Okay, this isn't going to be long. I'm trying to end it. What am I saying? You communicate a lot through eyes and facial expression, a lot through body language, and a lot through pheromones, aka, like, I guess, body radiation. I don't know. They're a real thing.
You sound like you're trying to be like some sort of like
Deep
human
psychologist.
relations experiment.
But
like you could write a book about
You're
this.
acting like pheromones aren't a real thing. You can walk up to somebody, and you can just...
I can smell that he's angry.
No. Well, you kind of can tell if you walk up to somebody if they're
When they say
happy
they can
or
sense
sad.
fear.
Well, it's kind of like if somebody's turned in towards you, that means that they're more like,
That's not pheromones. That's visual cues.
That's body language.
Yes.
But I'm saying pheromones do the kind of same thing. I can look at somebody, and maybe it's body language, but I can just kind of tell. I bet I could close my eyes, and if somebody sat next to me, I could tell whether they're happy or sad. That's a good social experiment to conduct for a later day. I'm just saying those are the big three.
What
for
kind
human.
of sense did you get from the rotting potatoes earlier today?
Well, see, those are.
I'm guessing a sense of danger.
Those are
as our mom failed to.
Way to cut me off! They're
Oh.
potato pheromones,
Pheromones?
and I cannot comprehend them.
I can't understand the potato feelings. I'm not a potato whisperer.
By the way, there was rotting potatoes, which is why
Yeah.
that comment was made.
They got all moldy, and I don't know why.
It was just one, I think. But why does it smell like fish? It's so
Yeah,
disgusting.
because I was gonna say, like,
It always
when,
smells
when
like
like
fish.
fruit goes bad, it's because it has like the sugars and stuff.
No!
It cut off again. It's because they have like the sugars in them. They have their smell to start with, and then they rot, and it like turns into a putrid alter ego version of that smell.
This is a really long
Potatoes
end
are
card.
just starch. What makes them? Is it just because they're so hardy? Like the mold gets real strong,
It's
real
the,
strong.
It's the pheromones.
Yeah, it's the pheromones.